Yo, what's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me? First time on streaming in Brick here. But I do see us taking out this high here. So this is my draw here. Okay, I do think that high should easily get ran. We are bullish, reacting off 15-minute demand, off a liquidity sweep as well. We have all-time highs all the way up here. That is also a draw. I think we can reach there today easily. So all-time highs is not a stretch. We should be able to hit that. But that's my bias. I'm currently in this long. I've been holding for a little bit here. Again, if you guys are wondering what I'm using to copy my trades, I am using Trade Syncer. Use my code and you guys can get like a discount on your subscription. I think it's 30% for the yearly plan. So that's what I'm subscribed to. I still pay for a subscription just like you guys. I don't have any bonus benefits, but yeah, like I said, this should be a fake out to the downside. I do think we should be able to go for that TP here. High time and draw. That's where my TP is set on half my accounts. The other half my accounts, I actually have my TP set pretty far in anticipation of at open, which should be going for all-time highs. So other accounts going for all-time highs. Again, it's not a far target, okay? We can reach there. What we're reacting off of here is a POC. It's not a daily. It's probably 8 hour. Look at that precision on my trading strategy. I told you it was an 8 hour. Look at that. But yeah, hit the POC here, and we just hit TP on the longs. I have the other half of my accounts going for all-time highs here. So that's TP hit on some accounts. Executing off my phone here, but hopefully you guys should be able to see the stream. Again, if you're new here, check out the Discord and the WAP. There's a free Discord server for y'all to check out. I have my website also on my trading view here. If you guys want to check out what student testimonials we got in ETU, my credentials, and more. Thoughts on shorts to those equal lows on gold? I'll check gold in a minute. I personally don't trade equal lows or equal highs. So to me, those don't matter at all. I don't have anything really against them, but I just don't have any data proving they actually mean anything. But my indicator does actually have equal highs and lows also coded into it now. Again, if you guys want access to the indicator, there it is on my website. I do have the sale going on right now. You get lifetime access for only 100 over the yearly plan. So is the best possible price you can get it at for an indicator. Pay it one time and you can keep the indicator for the rest of your life. But yeah, we are pumping here like anticipated, not hard or not too crazy. Got an 8R trade here. If you want to know what the setup is, this is my stop hunter setup covering a PY here. For me, I'll explain in the trade recap why I cover this wick low here. But we are pushing. Again, I'm looking at us going for all-time highs. So that is my ultimate draw. I would not be shorting here personally. If you're trying to short, there's no reason to short here. We already mitigated the 1 hour. We probably had the 5 minute. Yeah, we still have the 5 minute. There's this zone here marked by my indicator. I'll set an alert there. You could try a little scalp to the downside if you want. But aside from this supply here, nothing is really stopping us from all-time highs. So we're very close to all-time highs here. Like I said, I think we might be able to consolidate here for a bit and prices slow down. And then at market open, I think we should be able to put in that new all-time high. But yeah, I am bullish here. Again, nice little 8R trade to start off the session. I usually don't trade before market open, but this draw is way too clear. I mean, structure, like we have this change of character to the upside. We have a A+ liquidity sweep into a PY. This is like a 70% hit rate trade. And it's high RR too. So I'm willing to take that anytime, any day, regardless of the time. Time is not going to have much of a difference. As long as there's volume and range is nice, I'm willing to take it. I keep getting rate limited by trader bait. That's so annoying, bro. I think it's because I copy too many accounts at once. It's annoying. What's up, Ray? Like I said, you can try shorts in a bit once you get to that 5 minute zone. I personally think, though, you know, it's pretty clear we're going to take out those highs. I can enable equal highs and lows on my indicator here as well. If you show equal highs and lows, this is a new functionality I implemented into the indicator. I wouldn't mess with the default settings. Just keep them default. And it will, you can see they'll mark them. If I go to a lower time frame, if there's any equal highs and lows, it will draw a line, as you can see. But me personally, like I said, I don't use them too much. Like, you can see equal highs, right? All equal highs, equal lows. But I don't trade them, so I'm going to disable that. It's for people that are in the ETU group that love trading equal highs and lows, because I know a lot of you guys are talking about equal highs and lows all the time in the chat. So I was like, you know what? I'll implement equal highs and lows functionality into the indicator, because this indicator is the best indicator you can find in the market. I truly believe it. It has kill zone, daily buys, IFG, POI, entry model, structure, watermark is, you know, whatever, but it has everything you need to become profitable. And this is what I use along with my strategy that has made me, let's see, this month has been like a 70K month. 70 to 80K month from just payouts. So, you know, if I can hit high, almost 6-figure months from just payouts, you guys can too. There's nothing special or different about what I'm doing here. Why do you not trade gold anymore? I found gold. I hated the internal sweeps that happened on gold. I started getting tired of them. There is a workaround it, but I realized it's better for me to hold on. It's better for me to what's the word? Double down. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. It's better for me to double down on something that just works better. Like, I was profitable on gold, but I've really been liking NQ. Even during Asia session, the session everyone is saying stocks rank indices, dude, I cook in Asia session on indices. Easy 10-hour sessions. May I know how long you've been trading consistently with prop firms? Around 4 years. I start out with a personal account. Don't recommend, by the way. I think you should start with prop firms. I did it the wrong way, but I still made it. So if I messed up badly in the beginning and I still made it, you guys can too. I had very costly mistakes that if I just had the right mentor and someone holding my hand, I would have been profitable way earlier. But nah, it took me a little over a year to become profitable. Again, I am bullish. If you're wondering, I am bullish. ES is much further away from all-time highs. We do have this massive gap. I don't believe this is going to get filled. If it was, I think we would have gone for it already. But no, we have so much structure here. I'm ignoring this gap here. ES should be able to go for... I don't think it's going to go for its all-time high. I think NQ is... there's a pretty big divergence here in terms of just the distance to all-time highs here. You see 30-30. This is more like 60-20. So very big ratio difference here to all-time highs. But again, if you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel, number 1. Number 2, join the free Discord server. The link is in the chat. I'm holding the other half of my accounts to this high. I'll send an alert here. All-time highs, guys. All-time highs. Other half of my accounts going holding this exact same trade to all-time highs. My stop loss is at break even. So as long as price doesn't come back down here and it goes for all-time highs before, I'm good on my trade. So, but I do think if you're trading, we're bullish. And for some reason, the stream quality is never the same as the YouTube videos. I guess this is how streaming is. It's been a minute since I've streamed, so. Let's see if we get 30 viewers today concurrently. Again, there's a lot of new people here since the last time I streamed for real. But I also haven't streamed in a while, so anyway. Does trading change your life? Yes. If it wasn't for these candles here moving right now, I would be working minimum wage back at my warehouse job. So maybe I might have got promoted, but what type of promotion are you expecting at a warehouse job? Let's be real. A $2 an hour difference. What made you get the AMG instead of a Beamer? I've test driven BMWs. I'm not gonna lie, I mess with them. But the horsepower was just more, slightly more, so. The Beamers do drive more smoother though, I will say. The suspension does feel nicer than AMGs. AMGs feel more up and down, if that makes sense. I'm not super into cars. I know some people are very into cars. I'm not a huge car guy, but yeah, if you guys have opinions on, BMW versus Mercedes, y'all let me know what you guys like more. I just, I value performance for sure, but luxury as well, and I think the interior on the Mercedes is just better. Don't get me wrong, the interior on the BMW or Beamers, it's a lot more sporty looking, but on days where I'm just trying to chill, go for a little night ride, not go too crazy, sail in comfort mode, that's where Mercedes wins. I've been following you since 9 months ago. I want to buy your course, but the price is so high. You live in the U.S.? U.S. salary is not $100. Unless you mean a different country. You wouldn't be able to survive on $100 in the U.S. Oh, Asia? I see. Yeah, I have to make it fair at the end of the day. I can't just change the price for certain people, so it's not gonna go lower, I do run sales from time to time. It's like $100 off max. I've never done anything past that though. But you can easily make back your ROI off a single trade. One single payout pays for the course plus maybe even a mentorship. I have many mentorship students that made positive ROIs on the 5K they spend learning from me. And it's not long either. Many of them get that return within the 6 weeks. I do have one spot left, by the way, for a one-on-one mentorship. I seen some of y'all fill out the form. I reached out. If you did not, for some reason, get an email, I recommend you rechecking your inbox or checking your spam. It might have gotten sent there for whatever reason. Again, if you guys want, let's see. Yes, it is obviously lagging behind. NQ's strong asset here. Also just posted my P&L in the Discord server. with the link to my stream. Again, that's easy 5 bands right there on a few of my fundeds. I don't know if it's gonna be able to send here. Is it gonna? Images pasted is too large. I can't post it here. It's probably I might have to crop it. Let me see. Oh, I have to take a screenshot inside a screenshot. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, that again, I recommend you guys use TradeSyncer. You can use my code JTrades. If you want to support the channel, you also get a discount yourself. I use this to copy trade all my funded accounts. Again, this is just on one firm here that I copy traded for this long here. The rest of my accounts, they're going for all-time highs as a TP. So like 16 plus 20 RR. It's gonna be a big trade if it goes for all-time highs. I'm pretty confident in this running for all-time highs. We also have a setup on ES right now as well for those that missed setup. There's a stop hunter on ES right now to go to the upside. So that's my outlook here. Like I said, ES should be taking out that high as well in a few minutes. We have market open in 30 minutes, but price has been giving really good volume pre-market. Okay, this is very good pre-market volume here. Feel free to scan the code though if you want to use my code on TradeSyncer. Mathis said, since when you were bullish? I took a couple of short losses. How many losses did you take going short? I waited for an A+ setup here when I looked for my long, which consists of a liquidity sweep. So waited for this liquidity sweep to happen. Found a really good PY that's unmitigated underneath. And then there was no way for me to enter here. The impulse, it was just very big stop loss. So I kind of waited for a retracement that never happened. I was kind of waiting for us to come back down here. We never did that. So I looked for a stop under entry here to continue, anticipating this to Aussie fail. In terms of when I flip bullish, it depends when you were on the chart. Okay. This here can just be your sign of flipping bullish. When we break this high here, that made this low, that tapped into this high time frame 8-hour demand, or on the lower time frame, you can tell it's aligned with pre-stay high major key level here. And because daily bias indicator is pointing bullish, I can anticipate that we should be expanding bullish at some point. We were bearish on the right, and then we shifted once we hit that POC. So once we broke this 11 session high, that's when you should shifting bullish. Now, you should also be able to shift bullish before this. Because of how price delivered here. We have staircase delivery. Whenever we have staircase delivery like this, I always say, do not try counter trending. Do not try to, even if it looks like pro trend initially, do not try to trade a reversal. That's a better term. If we have staircase delivery like this, your reversals, this almost never plays out. Maybe 10% win rate on these setups, okay? Because when we have block flow, staircase delivery like this, that's slow as well. Its price is creating so much demand every single time, and block flow is holding. So when you're trying to short, it's just not gonna work. You want a move that is clean, like this, towards a PY. Not a move where it takes much longer and starts creating block flow. This is not good PA delivery. So there's a pretty clear difference. And of course here, I mean, you wouldn't be trading this at all. This is an example of a no trade for me. When you see consolidation, you wait for a breakout, or you wait for another PY that's not within this consolidation, or you ping pong the market. I mean, many times you got a ping pong there, but I was hoping we could hit the 5-minute for shorts. We did hit a 15-minute supply. Okay, makes sense why we're getting that reaction. I'm still holding, like I said, my initial position on my other accounts towards all-time highs. So I'm hoping it doesn't come all the way back down here. How do you validate a staircase? Block flow. Keeping track of each demand zone. I mean, if it's doing this, it's staircase, right? If it's taking a while to deliver, it's also more likely the PY is trending towards is just going to get ran through. This is just experience. Like, I've seen this so many times where these reversals don't work. Even if it looks like we're pro trend. You want this. You see how these reversals work out here? It's because of how price delivered. It didn't deliver with the staircase. This is a staircase delivery. Now, it's not always going to be like this, but majority times, if you have staircase delivery towards a PY, don't trade it. So, could have been an easily avoidable loss. Why did YouTube move the pinned message to the bottom? Is it just me, y'all? When you open the stream, the WAP link is on the bottom, it's not on the top. That's whack. Let's see, I'm trying to get a Discord server 2K members this year. Let's see if we can do it. We're at 1K right now. But yeah, it seems like a lot of y'all, I still remember from a while ago. A lot of familiar names. Some new boys and girls. Luke Floyd said, on that 8R trade, I always find myself using a full manipulation low, which obviously lowers my RR. Do you find having such a tight stop loss you get reswept? Yes. My backtesting shows me my win rate drops about 6%. I think it was from the 57 to 51% win rate from my initial backtesting. But the RR doubles. And so in terms of expectancy, I'd rather double my RR and have a lower win rate. I make more return a month doing that. Do you have exact timing to trades? What does that mean? I'll post a video also in the course at some point going over counter trend trades and how or when you can try taking them, because they do work from time to time. I mean, not too often. For me, most times I find myself just honestly trading with the trend, but they do work from time to time. For example, A such a high here got taken out. Ideally, kind of this high here. Nice counter trend trade here worked out. There's a counter trend long here, counter trend long here. Now this would be iffy. This is counter right, but pro left, because the left is high time frame bullish. So it does vary on how you define things, but I will post a course video at some point this week, hopefully, on how to take counter trend setups. I mean, what time do you trade before New York Open? Dude, I trade whenever I want. I mean, this power of freedom once you go full time. I've been doing this for so long. I could trade whatever time I want. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's a good setup, I just trade. I take it. Like if I see a setup that's not within the kill zone, I'm still gonna take it if I see good volume. If I see this though, look, this is why. I mean, look, this is kind of outside of kill zone at this point. I'm not gonna trade this. This is where people lose their account and go on tilt and just, you know, blow everything. But yeah, I do think the market is waiting for a market open here. Timing, there is a small factor in timing in terms of if you're looking for a massive move, something such as taking out a high time, all-time highs, likely going to happen after market open or at market open. Mattis said 2L, 1 break even today, common day. Gotta study your trades. If you can learn from your losers, it's a winning day to me. But if you can't learn anything from your losers, then that's when it becomes a problem. But like I said, we're reacting off the 15-minute supply here. Initially, I was actually waiting for the 5-minute supply, but we missed it. And this is where I basically, there's no trade for me here. There are a lot of demand zones, but I'm looking, if you're looking for long, I'm looking for these. Anything past this, it'll be a sweep of this. I don't want to see this get swept though, if we're bullish, because this is a strong low that already swept liquidity. Granted, it didn't sweep very strong liquidity, but regardless, that low should not be getting swept. So I'm hoping we either hold this and go higher. Maybe we're just waiting for a market open, I think, is what we're doing. Or go lower here and then go higher. Those are two outcomes I'm seeing right now in terms of the market. Again, I have the same initial entry here on the other half of my accounts, holding towards all-time highs. So I have not been looking at gold for the past few months. I haven't been trading it really. Doesn't mean you can't trade it, but Oh, gold's been a chop fest. Yeah, I saw gold on a higher time frame. It doesn't look good. It's just consolidating. It wasn't like a few months ago where we were just pumping on gold higher time frame. But like I said, NQES for making new all-time highs, direction is pretty straightforward. But yeah, my payout total this month is almost at 100K. I think it's like 70 something. So May's been delivering fine in terms of price. Like I said earlier, if we can hold this demand, I think we should be able to go higher here. It was either we hold this demand here to go higher, or it was we come back down here to then go higher. Definitely not down here though. If we come down here, longs don't make any sense. But I usually don't trade these PYs all the up here in premium. They work when you have a clear draw, like this, for example. But I personally don't take these often. Granted, my draw is very clear today. I mean, we're at all-time highs. We're about to be, so you could take something like that, but NQ's been nice. Let's see. ES is, there's a block right there. 5-minute demand. There's a 15-minute that looks cleaner there. Singular. That's about it. So it's just a 15-minute demand here. ES is in. Like I said, this should push ES higher. But ES is way weaker than NQ. ES hasn't been taking out that high yet here. This SMT. 629. Yeah, there's a huge SMT. But since we're bullish, it should take out both. What's up, Star Sign? Long time no see. How's your trading been? If you trade different pairs, that's when you get back your profits. Fair enough. Yeah, I've been distinct to NQ. It's been working just fine for me. NQ should be able to, take that high soon. How long you on for? I don't know how long I'm gonna be on for today. I'm actually surprised. I've been already on for 45 minutes. That's kind of crazy. Again, I'm not in this trade here, but I'm just saying this is like an example of like a setup you could take using my indicators. My indicator had this zone marked out and it had the IFG indicator marked out. And it only marks the indicator when it actually gives an entry. You can set alerts with it too. So if you want to check it out, you can check out my indicator here. Lifetime access for only $100 over yearly. You get it for life. This is what, like a 2.48 RR trade. If you want to target the 5-minute demand above, you can for 3R. But ES should be following. It should follow through here off this 15-minute demand, because the problem with this right now is like there's nothing else ES can go higher off of, aside from maybe a sweep of this low here. It just should not be sweeping this low if it wants to be bullish. If I'm be honest, because we already took out liquidity here. There's no reason to come down here and take it out again. We already took out liquidity, but it is not ideal that ES didn't take out the high. When something is very strong, you want to see both assets take out the high. It doesn't have to be together, but they both should have taken out the high. But regardless, I mean, this is what it's looking like right now. Again, I'm bullish still. I think market open, new all-time highs. Calling it right now. Again, I already hit TP on a few of my accounts. You can see on TradeSinger here, this is late today. For proof, I'll send you guys a screenshot from my phone as well of executions to prove that I took this setup here. But if you want to use my code JTRADES on TradeSinger, save yourself 30% off on yearly plans, you can. I'll probably stay on today for maybe like a few hours and then hop off. I do want to see these all-time highs. My TP get hit on my other trades though. I mean, I could always just let it run and just do whatever, but I want to see us hit this TP on stream. Okay, we got the first TP on a few set accounts. I want to see the rest hit TP. So again, if you're new here, I've been trading for about 4 years now. Background about me, I trade personal account and props. I have accounts with Apex, Lucid, Tradeify, Top Step. Been moved live on several firms. And this month has been pretty solid. Requested around 70, 80K in payouts. So you don't need a personal account to get close to 6-figure a month. It does help a lot though. I mean, I'm already almost at 6 figures this month off just payouts. But if you scale hard enough, you can easily get 6-figure months off just prop firms. You don't even need many. You could use 3 prop firms and hit 6-figure months. That's what I do. 3 to 4 prop firms. Max allocation, easy 6-figure months. I don't think I included all the screenshots on this. I made like a recent banner to put on my website so it looks nicer. But these are all some of my payouts from this month. Right here. I don't know where I should put this. I'll put this here. Like I said, I think we should be bullish here. And if we do come back down, I mean, I don't see anything else that can hold us bullish aside from these 5-minute zones. So streams are back. They're not back. I'm just streaming today because I feel like it. I felt like it kind of felt like a job back then when I was streaming all the time. You guys should have already gotten payouts if you just copy my trades also I took on the other past streams. But a lot of people lack discipline too, even copying someone. That's the unfortunate truth. But regardless, I mean, you can add the numbers up here. I think this is like 50. No, this is 50. This is like 40K, 50, 60, 70. Top step 80, 90. Basically close to 100K in payouts this month if you add it all up. You look at the dates. 20, 40. This May 1st. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Might be -5 with the buffer difference. Close enough to 100K, 90K. And again, this is just this month in payouts. And all I'm doing is just trading the same thing every day. I don't change my strategy. I don't change the system. I don't change my understanding of the markets just because we're trading at all-time highs. Just following the trend and just take my trade. Just being patient. I mean, these are very good RR setups. And look, this is just 3 prop firms here. This doesn't include my other payouts too. I just couldn't fit it all in one banner. This is just off Lucid, Apex, and Top Step. Wow, that candle teleported. Yeah, we have open in 2 minutes. So this probably would have been a break even before open. Yes. Okay, well, like I said, if it's gonna go higher, take out the slow and go higher. Otherwise, I don't see anything else I can hold ES to go higher here, to be honest. I'm hoping these 5 minute zones hold my trade, because my targets on my other accounts are at all-time highs. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Almost a minute to open. We had some crazy spike candle overnight too that I witnessed. So, because of what's going on with the news, one thing you will notice is random spike candles at random hours, random times. Not normal, by the way. It's just because of what's going on right now that the market just sometimes just spikes, and there's nothing you can do aside from making sure you have a stop loss. So once you have a stop loss in place, obviously when you place your trade, you should be fine. And these spikes also aren't big enough for you to lose your entire account. Otherwise, your risk management is completely off. That's the case. This would be your stop on a low, but I don't like taking these stop runners here when we have all this. 48 minutes to do a stop runner? Nah. Nah. Let's see what the market's trying to do here. Okay, we took out the low in ES. Wow. Wow. There's open, 9:30. We mitigated the 5 minute off open. So stop runner did play out this time. But like I said, I wouldn't be taking this red open. This would have been the setup with that. Because this is your internal low. Not a step I would personally be taking. I would have took. Okay. Being completely honest, even though it worked out for 4R in an instant, not a setup I would be taking right open. And what is going on? Yeah. Okay. It hit the 5 minute. It hit the 5 minute to exact tick, and now it's hitting the 5 minute demand. This does not look bullish at all, by the way. This looks very bearish. I am really hoping ES doesn't take out this low and holds the structure here, because I don't want NQ to go with ES. Again, we're close to all-time highs here. All the drawings are blocking the way. We're not that far from all-time highs. They're up here, so I'm going to delete some of these drawings because there's no need to keep this. It's going for my break even here very soon. Do you see the precision though? Like this exact price. I have an indicator set here, or alert set here. The exact price where I said price could reverse from. You can't make this up. I think it's gonna hit my break even. Yeah. That is unfortunate. So this is what I mean by, I was thinking about making a video in a course on counter trend trades, like trades like these where, you know, you can still make some nice trades counter trend even though it's not pro trend. Yeah, okay. So what I really did not want to happen. Yes, is gonna take out this low, which is very bad for NQ to stay bullish. How often you should withdraw in your personal? There's no rule set. My best advice is just keep the money for as long as you can. Don't touch your personal account. Just keep the money in there and just compound it. If you withdraw too often, like once a week, it's not good for compounding, and you'd rather let your money compound. Let time do its job. But if you want to reward yourself, I would say once a month you can withdraw. But don't withdraw like every week. In my opinion, that just slows down the compounding for not a good reason unless you have bills to pay. Then that makes sense. But if you don't got that, that's also why you have prop firms. Try to keep your personal account money there. Don't withdraw it. If you need to pay your bills, use payouts. I mean, a lot of you guys, like I said, this is literally just me using 3 prop firms here that have gotten me close to 100K in payouts this month. Just this month alone. If I can do it, you guys can too. You just have to stay disciplined to a system. Yes, barely took out the low, but it did take out the low. No shot we fill this gap though. We have an overnight gap or weekend gap. There's no way we fill that. I still think we're going up. Let's see. Come on. I know the market wants all-time highs. Anytime we close all-time highs, it's gonna go for it. So, yeah, I'm still bullish regardless. Withdraw whatever you need if you need to pay bills. I don't understand your question, Clash Royale, to be honest. Yeah, no, I did get a re-entry on the position. I'm already in longs right now. My re-entry. We're up a lot actually right now. Oh, what? I forgot to get rid of my stupid daily what's the word? About to hit TP here in a bit. No, it's not testing. I took the setup here. Going long. But my trade copier, it TP'd early. So my target's not up here. It already TP'd early for me. Which sucks a lot. Yeah, it just sucks a lot that TP'd early. Yeah, so I completely forgot I had. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, it TP'd early on my trade evade. I'll send my executions in a bit here. But you can see it TP'd a little bit earlier because I was trying to move move the TPs around and it just TP'd instantly. That candle was so fast. Anyway, 400. I still think all-time highs though is gonna be a target. ES is, like I said, way behind. Okay, way behind. Let's see if we can go for these all-time highs I was telling y'all about. Alright, we're getting low-key kind of close to all-time highs. I already exited my position here. Otherwise, I would have held. Damn, bro. Let's go. W trade. Who caught that? Nice. Trailed your stop loss. Nice. Like I said, it should be easy hold to all-time highs, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I think it might have looked delayed a bit on the stream, whatever. But dude, I'm already out of this trade. Let's go. You were short. Whoa, why were you short? I've been calling longs all day today. Telling y'all all-time highs. Telling you guys, man. You never entered? Stop hunter on ES? I don't see a stop. I don't know why you would short here. More bullish. I was trying to get into this trade earlier, to be honest. Down here on the impulse here. I was trying to get in down there, but my fill got cooked on this candle here when it was printing. But regardless, I'm fully out of this trade. You can hold for all-time highs. I mean, it's only a few more points if you really want to. But that's up to you. Like I said, this is a banger trade regardless. But when we have cleared ranges like these, like good ranges like these, this is when reversals become very easy to trade. Updating today's P&L. I've taken 2 winners today, 0 losers here. Shorting to fill the gap. I mean, like I said earlier, I was like, there's no way we're filling this gap. This gap is already down here. There's no way we're filling this gap when we're at all-time highs. It would take the market a lot of fuel to go for this entire gap and then go for all-time highs. It's a lot more probable for the market to go for all-time highs, especially when NQ is so strong. ES is just gonna follow through. But if y'all want to check the P&L, I can show you guys a screenshot from my phone. I just gotta take a screenshot. The executions. But I hope y'all caught a piece of that. So I did also take it on the other account too. I do want to see us go for all-time highs. So again, I am fully out of this trade personally. I do have a few accounts where I have my TP at all-time highs just in case we get a little bit of a move. But for most of my accounts, I'm out here. Damn. Pretty big reaction. Like I said, I like told you guys this. We have a crazy divergence between ES and NQ here. ES is so much weaker. ES is so much weaker to the point where we could take out this next low here on ES versus NQ. NQ is bullish. So, very big divergence here today. What was my PY down there for the long? 5 minute. Remember, I circled it earlier before I caught the trade. My indicator drew the 5 minute PYs. There's like, I think there's like a stack of 3 5-minute PYs here. So price mitigate that PY and just look for a setup. Again, I was trying to go for an impulse entry here, but my fill got cooked and entered a little bit later. So unfortunate, but the momentum was there to take the trade. And like I said, the direction was clear as day, long. What do you think on gold right now? I'm not going to look at gold right now. I want to focus on NQ today. I mean, these highs are so easy targets. We should be able to take them out. But I'll send my updated P&L here. Again, if you guys are not in the Discord server, join up, man. Join up. Join up. We do have a tiny OB being created to the downside. The only thing that does suck here is because ES is so weak, it's gonna drag NQ with it. So instead of going for all-time highs, I mean, NQ could have a pretty big retracement here, or even sweep liquidity of the low we just made that made a new high. I don't want that to happen though, because I am break even on my few remaining accounts, so I'm hoping it does not. And ES can just go bullish, but I doubt it. I mean, ES looks very weak, so yeah, there's not much you could do here in this situation. But that's why you also take your profits. So hopefully we can reverse here. This is a very good reverse point. This is a very good time right now for both assets to shift bullish. We are in discount now on ES. We're not in discount on NQ. So I do expect if we are to take out all-time highs here, which we're so close, this should be a magnet easy for price. I mean, like, I just don't see a reason for us to go all the way back fully down here and then take it out. It just doesn't make any sense. So let's see if we can fail this OB and Jamal to downside and just take out all-time highs and just hit a TP here. Like I said, 2 winners today. Clash Royale said I never entered. Let's see. I'm trying to read everyone else's message here. Again, if you guys are in the Discord, who here is not in the Discord that's just watching the stream? Let me know. Here's my updated P&L. Let me see if it's... I might have to take another screenshot inside of screenshot again, which is so stupid. Let me see. But you guys should have been able to catch this long. I mean, I told you guys there are 2 scenarios. Either these longs up here or this long here. I had my... I think someone asked me here if I got rid of a loss. No, I did not. Let me see. I think it was a message. Where's... Oh, yeah. Clash Royale said, how come you got rid of the losing trade? You usually leave it up. There was no losing trade here for me. I just took 2 winners here. AR and this trade here that I TP a little bit early. The position tool up here, I was giving as just an example of saying this is a trade that does work from time to time, but it's not a trade I would personally take. I don't like taking trades up here. I like taking either stop hunter or wait for my main setup. So it's not a trade I would take. So that's why I didn't include it, because it's not a trade I took. I only took 2 winners here today on these accounts. I got about 2R on this setup here. You'll see on the executions once I transfer from my phone. I think I got filled. I like TP like instantly on this 1 candle, I believe, or just the next candle. It was like a premature TP, but let's go. About to hit all-time highs, about TP on the other accounts here. If you want the continuation setup, this is where you would have entered here. Knowing that ES is in discount gives you high probability for this to hold. But we're basically gonna hit TP here. So new all-time highs. We'll see how much higher we can go from here in terms of how much we can hold above. But sheesh, man. Absolutely nutty of a day today. Easy work. Stock market is basically all green today. Oh my goodness. My goodness, bro. Order filled. Love to hear it. Order filled. All right, nice. Again, if you held for all-time highs, easy full art call out on stream. Again, I'm not gonna be a signal bot here and be like, yo, enter this trade here. Okay? You guys saw me put a position tool because I was putting my position sizing and entering on the setup. But wow. Just wow, man. Dude, these... I actually asked you guys if you guys want me to create like a course. Took this on till after taking a loss on short. Going for 30K? Oh, dude, yeah, we just broke 30K, bro. Crazy, right? Crazy market, man. I'm telling y'all. I was thinking about doing some long form or long term investing content on my channel as well. I don't know. You guys let me know if you're interested in that, because long term accounts are cooking right now. If you have a long term account, you are absolutely cooking right now because the market is just, it's been on fire the past 2 months. MU is up 14% just today. You're investing in long term. You're interested in long term. Gotcha. All right, cool. Yeah, I did send out a poll if you guys are in the Discord server. And it was like 91% people wanted me to do some videos on long-term investing. So I'll see if I can get some videos out for free on the YouTube, and also plan on creating a course on long-term investing, because right now the market is so strong. Yes, if you're just starting now in long-term investing, you're buying high, but keep in mind, in a bullish market, we're gonna keep going for new all-time highs. So it's never too late to buy now into a long-term portfolio. You want to diversify your money. Remember, even me, day trading, I always recommend you guys still have a long-term account, because passive income, it's free money. Why would you not want free money? You know, ETFs, they go up. It's proven that ETFs go up over time 10% a year annually. Now, if you do leverage, that's 30% a year. So if you don't want free money, you don't invest. Take your payouts, split them in half. This is what I do. I take some. If I was in y'all's shoes, that's what I'll do. Assuming you don't have much buffer, right? And assuming you have a job to pay or cover your bills. You take some of your payouts, put them into a long-term account. You take the rest, put them in a personal account. Okay? This personal account is your day trading funds. This long-term is your passive funds. So your active money, your passive money. This way, even when you have a red day trading day or session, you can easily be green. You have something to kind of like hedge yourself, because your long-term account is, over a long period of time, long run, it's always going to go up. Okay? So let's keep that in back of your mind. 。 . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . because I'm telling you guys, it is worth it, man. Start long-term investing now. If you're not already investing to the S&P, NQ, QQQ, microchip stocks, I mean, MU, right, is one of the stocks I invested in. And it's been on a roll. Same with SanDisk as well, if you guys didn't hop in SanDisk. And I didn't start investing into these individual stocks until, I'd say, early this year. It's only because of the recent market of how well it's been performing that I found there's an opportunity to make so much passive income just off stocks. People think day trading is passive income. It's not. But stocks, it is passive income. So why not make more money whenever you can? So that was my mindset going into it. And so that's why I am also a lot more invested now into my long-term portfolio too. And it's been doing extremely well. Extremely well. I mean, MU gapped up today a lot. Made new all-time highs on MU. If you know what they do like semiconductor chips. They're a manufacturer. They also do some other stuff too. But Trump did also tweet out and he told everybody go buy MU. He really publicly promoted the company and said, oh, it was a good buy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It's a good company. They make good stuff. The president supported it publicly or endorsed it publicly. I've been honestly keeping track with my free time since I'm not trading gold now. I've been putting a lot of my time into just doing research on the stocks, long-term investing more. I never felt the need to do long-term investing before because, day trading provides very great income. Payouts, prop firms pay out very good ROIs. But once you realize how easy passive investing is, it gets addicting, just like day trading. Except I don't have to wake up and click buttons anymore. I don't really do anything, to be honest. Just put it in the button. Just put in money. That's it. Here's my updated P&L, y'all, from TradeSyncer on those 5 accounts before. They were at 5K balance before, and now they're about like 10K. This is after my 2R win here. Again, my sizing was a little skewed for sure on the setup, but it was such a good setup. I mean, this is like an A setup to me here. An A setup off of an A+. So it's willing to size heavier on this trade. Again, my indicator marked this as a 5-minute demand. In case you're wondering what PY this was off of, this 5-minute. I'll just draw it out here for you guys. Why did the screenshot disappear? Oh, here you go. But in terms of the direction here now, again, we're ignoring this gap, okay? This gap is irrelevant to price. I'm looking at us to still be bullish I think we could be bullish for the rest of the day. Why? Because ES still has good way to go for all-time highs. It's almost bound to hit all-time highs on ES today. And he already did it, so doesn't mean we won't be able to get shorts, but whenever we trade at all-time highs, I like to just trade with the trend. But yeah, leave a like on the stream. Again, if you guys want me to do more streams more frequently, so you can see the gauge of support from y'all. But like I said, I will be dropping a course in the next maybe few months or something on long-term investing, since it seems like a lot of people in the Discord were really interested in it, as well as seems like a lot of you guys from the stream are interested. Let's start a poll today. If you can't handle the stress of day trading, this is perfect for you, because long form investing, you can still make solid % returns, and it's passive. Yes, you won't be able to match the returns of day trading. I'll tell you that just right now. It's in a good market, it's not even going to be half. But in a good market like right now, my point is it's free money. Why would you not want free money? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. High yield savings accounts give you 3% a year annually. I don't know if it varies from country to country, but at least over here, it's like 3% a year annually, which is literally 1-to-1 to inflation. AKA, your money is not really actually, your buying power is not changing. I've been doing a lot of learning and research on this stuff in my free time now, just because I have so much free time just trading one asset. It feels very nice. And I've been trying to diversify to more streams of income. You know, the average millionaire, if you guys look it up, I believe 7 is the right number. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Let me look it up again. Yeah, the average millionaire has 7 distinct streams of income. So this is including both active and passive. So my point is, you can still become a millionaire off just prop firms. Okay, like I've showed you guys here documented live, requested all these payouts in front of y'all this month, almost at 100K in payouts just from prop firms this month. But why not more? Why not make more? Why not make 500K a month? With your other sources of income, why not double? Why not try doubling your income? You know, even growing it by 10% more. It's just like a why not? Like that's what long-term investing can do. It's an easy way of just boosting your income just even a little bit. But we swept the 5-minute PY. Yeah, sweeping a PY means nothing to me. Okay, like it can break and hold candles through, and it's still a valid PY to me. I could go on and explain why, but it's gonna make today's video too long. There's an actual reason why, like, it doesn't matter. So make sure to vote in the poll again, like I said. Here's a link to the Discord server. If you guys are new, not in the free Discord server, make sure to join up. Very successful stream today. 2 winners, held for all-time highs for our trade. Here's my trade sinker. You can use my code JTRADES, scan the QR code. You can get a 30% discount on yearly plans. I don't know if it's still up now. They had it for a limited time only. So, but yeah, these are my accounts I copied. The accounts that I took to all-time highs, those already hit TP. So overall, it's a very solid trading session today. Yes, I think may equal highs here. Again, I don't trade those, so let's see, do we take out this high? They made equal highs here. But I'm still bullish. I wouldn't be shorting here. Honestly, want to go for a tiny scalp, but I think it's risky. What makes a POI invalid? Have you checked out the course, Clash Royale? Are you in the course? I have a rule for when you invalidate a POI. And I go over it in the course. I'm not going to share it on stream here to keep things fair for people that paid. But yeah. Let me see my execution. Yeah, I literally got enter. Wait, let me see. I literally hit TP in like the next candle. That's crazy. Boom. There's another high. Telling you guys, don't short. Don't short. You would have got stopped out if you tried shorting that. We're going to explode today in the market. Trust. I mean, we already did, but we're only going to go high from here, so. This is like once every 20 years kind of market. When prices booms like this. A lot of people think AI is in a bubble right now. I'll be honest, guys. I don't think so. I don't think this is the same as the .com bubble. I truly don't. And this is very different. This is very there's a lot substantially here. And there's way more ahead of us here in terms of just fundamentals in the market. So like I said, I think it's a good time for me to drop some knowledge on you guys on long-term investing, because I started recently digging deeper into it, and there's just so much passive income you can make from it. Like my past investments have made me more than me selling my course or mentorship. Where's the money coming from to inject all this push? I mean, just people buying the market. I mean, dude, tech is doing great. AI is beating everyone's expectations. These microchip companies have a lot of demand because supply is so low. Demand is so high for them. Dude, that is fake, Indy. Until you accept that and realize it, that is fake. Money is printed from thin air. All the government needs to do is just print more money. And that fixes a lot of things. So it's never going to be fully paid back. Again, I'm not the most knowledgeable here. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys might know more than me, but just from my limited knowledge or success from my long-term investing so far, money is fake. At the end of the day, it's just currency. They print it out of thin air. 2 more weeks I should be able to get the course. Gotcha. My chart indicator made a bearish OB, but yours did not. Not sure. If you're talking about this bearish OB here, yes, because you have to change the settings in the indicator. For me, I have it used to 50%, and depends on the filtering system used. I have where it's 50% calculation here, so it doesn't mark it unless it's in premium discount. That makes sense. Of a range. Kind of hard to explain on here. Is the wick on fair value gap a stop loss 100? I'm not sure what that means. $40K next month on NQ. I think that's a little stretch, but I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just think that's almost impossible. Actually, that is a 30% jump on the NASDAQ in a month. I don't think that's ever happened before, except for times when we crashed in the market prior, but that doesn't count, and we're not crashing right now. So W Day, Sadosan says, shout out to you, big bro. Easy day. You took longs. I'm still holding. Oh, yeah, you TP'd with me already. Too easy, man. It's just too easy, bro. Yeah, use default settings. This is insane though. But this is what I expected after we made all-time highs. We're just gonna slowly climb. At some point we will fall, but it's like I'm not betting my money on a reversal. It's invalid to short any bearish OB right now because we're so bullish. I mean, ES hasn't been taking out its all-time highs yet. Until then, if ES takes out all-time highs, I'll be looking for shorts on NQ. But until then, I'm not confident in taking shorts here, to be honest. You guys feel free to, but I personally, I'm picky with my trades, and that's how I'm able to maintain a 60%, 70% win rate at like 3 to 4 hour average with good frequency. Man, this is crazy, bro. You guys have any questions regarding the trades today that I took? $40 is it 45K by next April? That might be possible. I think 40K by next year. Yeah, might be possible. Sure. Like, you see how, there's setups here? Well, this is not valid actually anyway, so. But regardless, like, look at this, guys. I mean, this is what happens if you try counter trending the market. You're going to get fried. There's basically no valid short. Let me screenshot this, show you guys my execution. Like, walk through everything here, but. Because I took these trades on my phone. Let me see. How can I send this to my trading view? Let's see. All-time highs? Yeah, for real. I'm telling y'all, man. Okay, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys haven't. But you can see it. ES is not moving that much, but look at NQ. Look at NQ, dude. Damn. Missed out on a lot of profit. Okay, hopefully y'all caught that. If you didn't, man, that's on you, because I'm not here to be a signal bot to you guys. I did tell you guys, look for longs, 5-minute PY. Kind of told you guys everything here. It was just execution. Don't wait for me to tell you to enter a trade. You should know, when the setup appears. Now, if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, you don't know how to trade, I recommend you guys, check out the course. It goes through everything, so you guys can do this yourself. Here's a screenshot. Let me see if I should be able to get this on my screen. Bro, why does it always say image is too big? It's not even that big, bro. Let me try this way. No. That's kind of stupid. Alright. I just have to take a screenshot here. Anyway, proof for executions for those that no one's not believing me, but anyway, proof of executions on my phone. Took it on those accounts, okay. You see my AR here, I executed on that candle closure with the buy, and then I sold at this TP here. And then you can see on this trade here, I entered like midway through the candle. I was, again, trying to initially enter down here, but got in late. Entered midway through the candle, and you can see my TP, somehow I just had it placed here. I didn't expect it to go run that fast. I was trying to move, at the time I was trying to move my TP from here to this high, and unfortunately it hit the next candle in like 10 seconds. And yeah, it got me out of the trade before I could move my TP to that 2R target. So it was more like 1.6. But regardless, I mean, great trade. As long as you're seeing good setups, that's all that matters. I'll post this also in the group as well. But I think in terms of good setups, these are the best setups of the day. I mean, it delivers extremely cleanly. So let me see. I'm trying to read the Discord. If there's anything I'm missing here. Been on stream for 2 hours. It doesn't feel like 2 hours right now. If you were to trade again, what would you have to see in an ideal world? I'm done for today, but just wondering what could happen. Oh, what does that mean? Not sure what that means. This is pretty ideal. I mean, Stop Hunter played out perfectly. 5-minute retracement played out perfectly. I'd say this is like ideal. Even the Stop Hunter here played out. I mean, hit TP at the next high off this massive wick I opened, but I'd say the market played out perfectly to my thesis and my trading strategy. Nothing the market could have done better here, to be honest, today. Maybe for people that couldn't chase on this trade, maybe a retracement, but you kind of have to expect this when the range is so tiny. What's up, Luis? Made a ways to trade London or Asia. New York sucks. What's wrong with New York? It looks fine today. Today was very clean. There's actually so many more opportunities to make money, but I didn't take them. London usually is the worst for me. NQ. But I usually don't trade London anyway because time. Yeah, this thing is just gonna run for the rest of the day. Let's even get 10 likes on today's stream. Mathis, yes, but it is different because this is when price is slowly trending above all-time highs. There's no POIs that price is delivering towards on the left because at the left is blank space. So it is still slightly different of a situation. But the concept is the same. And in terms of reversals are just not high probability. But these are higher probability reversals than compared to the staircase from before when there's a POI on the left. Like this is a lot, how do I say it? Like you can see, it's still not quite the same delivery, right? When price is at new all-time highs, what tends to happen is it creates new. It doesn't even create new value. It just stays up here and it slowly just keeps going up without even a staircase. There's a staircase here. It's coming back to demand. It came back to demand, came back to demand, came back to demand internally, came back to demand internally, came back to demand internally, came back to demand internally. Right? Here, not so much. I don't see a single time it came back to demand, except for one time. Here. Every other time, it's just been mitigating the fair value gap and leaving. So it's still slightly different, but just as it's not great to trade reversal. This is a higher probability trade reversal than this staircase, so. Now, ES barely has gone up, while NQ has gone up so much more. Again, if you guys want to use my code, TradeSyncer, JTrades at checkout, I need to update this Steam Elements bot. Stream Elements. Why did I say Steam? So it has my TradeSyncer code. I just want to use it. Here it is. Copy trade your account, your accounts. Trade Sinker. All right, here we go. All right, again, let's see if it works here. It should be, you type in Trade Copier, it should send a link to Trade Sinker. Fine, bro, 10 likes on the stream. Let's go. Yep. There's a link if you guys are interested in Trade Sinker. Again, that is what I use to copy all my prop firms. Ooh, they even made an update just now. I just noticed. So what's cool, Trade Sinker, so not only do they have a risk management feature now, they also have an expense tracker. Very nice. You can, hold on, wait a minute. You can add the account, wait. Wow. This is nice. You can track your expenses now by just putting the account of the prop firm. And I think it auto tracks everything for you. Very cool. Again, I'm not saying that just because I'm an affiliate. I still pay for my Trade Sinker subscription. I have the highest subscription model because I need up to 120 accounts total. But I'm just speaking from what I've noticed here. They just updated their UI with a lot of new stuff. Again, there's journaling as well in Trade Sinker if you ever need a journal of trades. Again, I think Trade Sinker is the best. Copier is a little bit more expensive, just barely, than the other copiers. But the other copiers, you need to have your computer on 24/7. That's the problem when you're trading. With Trade Sinker, I can log off, turn off my computer, and my trades will still copy the stop loss TP and entry, even with my PC off. So that's why I went with Trade Sinker and I didn't go with something that's not cloud-based like Trade Copia. Otherwise, Trade Copia would be the cheapest option. But like I said, I'm not trying to have my computer on 24/7. And also, I'm not always trading on my computer. Obviously, like you guys can tell, right? I trade mostly on my phone. Especially when I'm traveling, I'm trading off my phone. So I ain't bring my computer around, with me. Which is why trading is the best job in the world too. There's so much freedom. Like, could you imagine just printing 6-figure months off just like clicking buttons on your phone? Not even needing your computer. All you need is internet in your phone. Gold is just, I've been focusing a lot more time on the long-term stuff, so gold just takes up more time. And I found found some interest in some other stuff I wanted to do with my life outside of just trading. So got rid of gold and stuck with NQ. Saves me a lot more time. You can still trade gold with my strategy completely like normal. But gold, if you go in the higher time frame, it is also consolidating. It is chopping. So it's not a great time to trade gold anyway. It wasn't like a few months back when it was just going up and had a clear direction. Trade the assets that have a clear direction, not the ones that don't. Just a general rule, not just gold. Also, I just got a new X account and got verified on there. So if you guys want to check that out and follow me on there, I'd appreciate it. Still trying to figure out how to, make good posts for X, but there is my Twitter. Trade like J1. And yeah. Trying to grow the account back. But in the meantime, while we watch the market move with no setup yet, feel free to ask any questions you guys got. I do think we can get a little bit more downside here before going higher. Yes, it's nowhere close to taking all-time highs, so I think we should see some more downside before you can potentially look for longs. I'm gonna end the stream here though, guys. Unless you guys have any other questions. We had a good stream today. 2 winners, 0 losers. If you guys want to learn from me, again, I don't stream here every single day, but I'm very active in a private Discord with the course members and the mentorship students. Click the link in bio. You can go to my website at centraltradersuniversity.com or check out the WAP. And you can check out what I have to offer there. 1 spot left for a one-on-one mentorship. So if that interests you, check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys the next time or whenever next time I stream. Good stream today. Peace.